to meditate upon a very, very basic question that the sages present regarding creation. We know that Hashem created the world in 6 days. The pinnacle of creation is the creation of man, Adam, on the 6th day of Maasé Bereshit, the workings of creation. And there's something very unique and not so clear about the terminology that is used in the Torah, that Hashem comes now to create man. It says, Naasé Adam Betzalmeinu KIdmuteinu. We shall make man in our image as our likeness. So exactly what the two terms, the two words for image and likeness mean, and what the difference is between the two, that in itself is most significant. But the first problem that arises in understanding the literal reading of these words is, what does it mean, we shall make? Throughout creation, Hashem said, or the story of creation begins with every new creation, Vayomer Elokim, that God said, let there be light, let there be a firmament, and so forth. But here is the only time that it begins with a different phrase, and once more a very problematic phrase. We shall make. Who is the we? Who is God talking to, or talking with? It's as though God comes now to create man, once more the pinnacle of all creation, with some partner, someone that he can consult with, some consultant, advisor. So actually, the sages say, B'mi nimlach. Why, when we come, or when God comes to create man, does he have to take counsel with someone? And who is that one that he takes counsel with? B'mi nimlach. So there are several suggestions or interpretations of the Chazal who God is taking counsel with, and he says, let us make man in our image as our likeness. The first reading of Chazal is that he's taking counsel with all of creation, kol melechet shamayim va'aretz, the term in the Hebrew. That Hashem, now that's at the end of all of the creation, everything has been created except for man. So Hashem turns now to everything that he has created, and he says, let us now all together participate in the creation of the purpose of everything that took place up until now, which is man. Interpretation, that Naasé B'mi nimlach, in whom did he take counsel? With kol melechet shamayim va'aretz. The second interpretation says that he took counsel with the days of creation themselves. There are 6 days of creation, up until and concluding with the creation of man. This sounds very similar to the previous interpretation, but it's a different interpretation of the sages, that every day, Hashem is actually now taking counsel with time. The first interpretation is taking more counsel with space, we'll call it, or everything that exists now in the present moment, all of the heavens and the earth. But the second says that he takes counsel with the days themselves, with all of the 6 days of creation, one after the other, as though God turns to the first day that God created the light, and he takes counsel with that day, and then the second day of the firmament, and the third day of the vegetation, and so forth, each day. Then comes a deeper, and these interpretations have a progression to them, And the next interpretation is even a deeper interpretation, that it says that B'minim lach, with whom did God take counsel with to create man, Belibo nimlach. He took counsel with his heart, as though to say that God has a heart, and he consulted as like a person that he consults with his heart. What does it mean that a person consults? Takes counsel with his heart. It means that he contemplates very deep, is this really what I want to do? Is this my choice, my ultimate choice in creation, to create man just exactly in this way, that he will represent and symbolize myself, because he is created in my image as my likeness. So God had to take counsel with his own heart, if this is the true desire of his heart. But then there's even another interpretation. The fourth interpretation, the one which is most well known, that we've probably all heard of, that it says, B'minim lach, who did God consult? B'nishmotehem shel tzadikim. He took counsel with the souls of the tzadikim, of the righteous souls that will be born and live throughout history until Mashiach. And with those righteous souls, he took counsel. And actually it says, V'amech kulam tzadikim, that all of your people, all of Israel are in essence righteous. So when it says that God consulted with the righteous souls, it means actually consulted with the soul root of Israel. In the second chapter of Tanya, it says that every soul is an actual part of God, as it were. And that the origin of the soul of a son is in the mind, the essence of the mind of the Father. The innermost point of the mind, which is not intelligence, it's super intelligence, super rational. But in the essence of the mind of the Father, that's where the root of the soul of the Son exists from all time.